Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Winter Sports Media Day Tour is the Harvey Red Raiders basketball team. We've got Coach Eric Monty. Coach, thanks for being here. And why don't you just start out? Just give us a quick preview. What can we expect out of Harvey this season?
Thanks for having us. We are hoping that we can get off to a quick start here. We got 2 games this first week. We play Fairport and Riverside. Looking to play a fast brand of basketball, getting up and down the floor, getting shooters into spots, and playing some tough defense, making it hard on other teams to score.
Last year, middle of the pack in the Lake Division, which is very competitive. So being in the middle of the pack is pretty solid. But how satisfied were you with last year, and what's going to be different this year?
Last year was a good start. That was my first year with the team. I think the year before they won 5 or 6 games, so we doubled the win total from the previous year. But the expectation this year is to be closer to the top, competing for championships. We're over in a new division of the league this year, so it should be interesting seeing some new teams and still some other faces that we're familiar with.
You moved to the Chagrin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, again, you're still going to get a ton of competition in there as well. CVC is a great basketball conference, a lot of great teams. So what's it going to take for your team to rise up and kind of compete for a conference title?
I think everything starts on the defensive end of the floor. We got to be able to keep guys out of the paint. We got to be able to limit in-rhythm threes from other teams, making sure that they're getting no easy shots, and then controlling the glass, being able to keep guys off offensive boards. Winning the rebound margin, I think, would be huge for us and would put us in a pretty good spot to win each game.
How many returning starters do you have?
We have 3.
3. That's a nice solid core. And then obviously, the roster changes year to year with kids graduating, freshmen coming in. But what are you seeing out of some of the young kids?
Some of the younger guys, we only have 3 freshmen in the program right now. So with them, the goal is just development, getting better each day. We've had a couple sophomores that have been pretty impressive, developing some skills and everything throughout the preseason. We're looking for some big things for them. The majority of the team is juniors. We only have 2 seniors on the team. We have about 11 or 12 juniors. So a lot of these guys have varsity experience coming back, and we're looking forward to seeing them take a big leap this season.
Excellent. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the guys. Let's start right there to your right. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
I'm Armani Hall. I'm a junior, and I play shooting guard.
Armani coming in, you were second team all-conference last year. How satisfied were you with that performance that earned you the all-conference honor?
I'll say I was pretty satisfied. I knew it was a lot of games. I could have did way better than I did. I was grateful for the opportunity that the CVC had giving me second team, but I think this year I could take a leap and get first.
When you look at last year and now you've got a couple of weeks in this season, what's different about this year's squad from last year?
I think with the junior class, like my coach said, we're more stacked or so. So we've been playing with each other since we were younger. So I think the chemistry is a big factor this year.
When you look at what you've done in practice and scrimmages already, have you seen that growth out of this team so far?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we know who the shooters are. We know who to get the ball to, when somebody's open. We know who to hit when on the block. So, yeah, I think the chemistry has definitely improved this year.
What are some of the biggest challenges this team has to face this year?
We're more of a smaller team, I'd say. I mean, we really can play all 5 guards, I would say, on our starting lineup. So I think rebounding would be a key factor.
And what's it going to take to compete for some of those key rebounds?
We got to talk on defense and know when the shot is put up so we can go find a man and box out.
Give me a breakout player, someone you think's going to have a big year this season, and tell us why.
I'll say the dude to the left of me. I think Chase is going to have a great year this year. I mean, he had a pretty good year last year, but I think me and him will have great years this year.
All right, and what are your goals for yourself and your team this year?
I really just want to be more of a leader this year. I mean, last year I was, obviously a sophomore. We had senior leaders. But I think this year I want to take, accountability of any of my actions or the team's actions and just be a leader and show a good example, whether it's in the classroom, outside of school, or on the court.
Outstanding. Good luck to you this winter. All right, Chase, on to you. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
My name is Chase Goins. I'm a junior, and I play small forward.
Last year as a sophomore, you were honorable mention all conference. How satisfied were you?
I was pretty satisfied because I didn't really expect to get it, but this year, with my role changing, I expect to take a better leap.
You mentioned your role changing. What's Coach looking for you to do this year?
Probably control the ball more, have the ball more in my hands. Just control the ball, control the team, know the plays.
Every team kind of has an identity. How is your team's identity coming together and developing so far in the preseason?
I just think we got to run the floor. I think teams are going to know us of running the ball, down the court, playing defense, and boxing out.
Who are some of the guys that have been impressive in the preseason that you think are going to have a pretty nice year for you?
I think I saw some improvement in Cam Leftwich, and Dominic Snyder. Cam Leftwich was a freshman who played freshman in JV last year, but I've seen him doing some great things on the varsity level. And Dom played JV last year. I've seen him boxing out, playing defense, and shooting the ball like he has been.
Your teammate mentioned that the team's coming together, playing well together. How key is that, just that everyone comes together and plays as one?
That's a big key on the floor. We just got to know we got each other's back. We got to talk through everything. We've been playing with each other for a long time, so the chemistry's still improving, even though it's already good. And we just got to keep talking. Everyone just got to play together.
New division in the conference for you this season, so you're going to get to see a lot of new teams. How excited are you for that opportunity?
I'm pretty excited. Some new faces we haven't seen, so it's more challenges we just got to overcome.
And what are your goals for the year, individually and for your squad?
For my squad to compete for a CVC title, and for me, yeah, I'd say it would just be small things like running the floor after getting defensive rebounds, boxing out, talking more, like being a leader, being more vocal. I wasn't really vocal last year, so that's definitely one of my biggest goals, being more vocal.
All right, well, good luck to you this season. Coach, back to you. Ask the guys a little bit about what was different compared to last year to this year. From your perspective, what's different about this year's team?
I think the biggest difference is we're going to have, I think, a little bit more of an open rotation. Last year it was pretty tight. We kind of knew exactly who was going in and out, when they were going in and out. I think this year we have the ability to have a little more flexibility with our bench. Guys that have, coming off the bench having a little more open roles than just, hey, we need you just to go out there and defend for a couple minutes, or like your expectation is just to get a couple rebounds. We have some guys coming off the bench that can score the ball in a variety of ways.
And I asked the guys about some of the other players on the team. Who are the guys that have been impressive to you in the preseason?
Some of the ones that they mentioned, obviously these two here, we're expecting big things from them from a leadership perspective. Chase had mentioned Cam Leftwich, one of our sophomores, who's going to be playing some varsity for us this year. He's done some pretty nice things on both ends of the floor, put himself in a good position to play some big minutes off the bench. Dominic Snyder, one of our juniors, who's known more as more of a shooter. He's been really working hard on his defensive game, being a little more versatile. Deontay Ware, one of our juniors, working with him in a variety of ways, working on his shot on the outside and also working in the post. Like Armani said, our team isn't very big in terms of size, so we need guys to be able to do a variety of things offensively to put us in a good position to win.
And then just last one for you is just define success for your team this year. What's it going to take?
I think there's a couple different levels of success. I think that from a daily perspective, guys getting better every day and noticeably better, seeing the improvements, seeing that they're coachable, and things that we're trying to do, making sure that we are making growth in those areas. And then from a season perspective, I would say being top 3 in the league, competing for the CVC, and obviously eclipsing our win total from last year, and getting a couple more wins. Thank you.